leave it at that. I'm not buying anything. All right, so we're live on YouTube, everybody. I just went ahead and hit the live. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and go over the news really quickly. That way, you guys have an idea of what headlines are circulating at the moment. So Wall Street futures were up as U.S. Treasury yields steadied a multi-year highs. European shares fell on worries of aggressive U.S. rate hikes and potential recession. Japan's Nikkei ended lower, and the dollar was little changed while gold prices were mixed. Oil prices rose on tight global supply. So the pandemic broke the Fed's model. This week may show how much. The Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell used his first 4 years as the world's top central banker to reshape U.S. monetary policy around the idea that low inflation and low employment could coexist. It was a move intended to spread gains of economic growth more widely and keep focus on jobs during the rebound of the pandemic. So we'll see how that plays out. Headline's not really relevant, but kind of, because it affects the business. Disney is unable to obtain permission for its new Pixar movie Lightyear in 14 Middle Eastern and Asian countries because they got a same-sex couple. Oracle, if you guys took Oracle with us yesterday, I know we're moving from one headline to another, just whiplash. So if you took Oracle with us, we called Oracle yesterday. This was a gamble. And if it wins, I want you to know in the future, this is not a signal for you to take every earnings plays that you see, because there's a lot of earnings plays. We've seen it happen, and you guys have seen me avoid them. It is the high IV. It's the people taking those strong definitive bets, and those people get smoked. Those premiums get sold. So I'm going to likely take profit, but Oracle did beat revenue, profit, and topped estimates on cloud boom. Oracle topped Wall Street estimates for quarterly profit and revenue on Monday as demand for its cloud products soar amid a industry-wide shift to cloud-based computers. So that one, in my opinion, even after suspending services in Russia, still expects first quarter adjusted EPS around $1.04 per share. And $1.08 per share compared to the analyst average of $1.13 per share. So it's not far off, but yeah, the investors liked that move, so we have moved up, and my target was 72.50. Here we are. Nice. All right. So other than that, I read that headline. German cartel office. I just read German cartel examining Apple's tracking rules. German cartel office examining Apple's tracking rules. So the office makes it better. There you go. That's the headline. All right. So anyway, MicroStrategy, Bitcoin neared a price level on Tuesday that could force software company to stake more tokens against Bitcoin-backed loan and trigger selling of some of its vast holdings, setting a fragile cryptocurrency market on edge. MicroStrategy, an aggressive investor in Bitcoin, said it borrowed $205 million from crypto bank Silvergate Capital in March with a 3-year loan mostly secured against some 19,000 Bitcoins. So what's your page on YouTube? The link is in the bio. All right, so we need to remind the world and everybody else tomorrow, FOMC, the man's talking, all right? So we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. We're going to react to price action. And with that being said, Oracle, again, I'm taking profit on it. There is a small gap that it could possibly fill up to 72, I think it was 72.52. But other than that, I'm happy with what we got, guys. Awesome gamble. I'm going to hold the puts because they're going to be worthless. And if this thing ends up dumping, then maybe I get a little bit of that value back and you come out of it with a even more win. So if it does move above the $73 level, that contract's still going to be worthless. So no point in selling it. But that's why we take cheap out of the money straddles, so that way we can capture the best part of a move without trying to be a genius. Somebody did ask me how I found this price target. I will explain how I do that, not now, but if you ask me maybe during the day or after hours, I'm happy to explain how I'm able to find these earnings price targets. And Faith is right. I usually my first instinctual one is the right one. So, what do you think about shorting Oracle at open while people take profit? Um, I think I'd rather see a resistance get hit, which is 73.21, and I think it will. Which I know people are thinking, well, Garrett, you just said you're going to TP, but there's more upside. I don't care. Like if it's just a little bit, that's fine. I'm not greedy, and nor do I want to be there for the rejection. But if it moves up quickly, printing up to that level, then I would watch for that. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I would have to see kind of how it opens, and definitively below 71.33. That's kind of where that supply zone is, and so if it broke underneath that, that's where I would figure, okay, we're going to head back down to $70 and possibly go for a gap fill. So, um, well, if I think they do a 75 point basis hike, Scott, I mean, I don't know, and I don't try to guess. I think that I know they have to do something, but more or less, I'm not trying to guess because I'm not trying to develop any type of bias going into it. I play the reaction. Well, I play the inverse reaction. So during the FOMC, the first initial reaction is usually the fake out, and then you see the actual move. And so that's and we historically have been able to play that rather than the latter. So I personally am going to withhold my guesses and my judgment. Um, yeah, so I'm just going to wait. Um, as far as my opinion, Pal doesn't care about my opinion. All right, so with that, we got Meta. You guys know the deal. I don't see anything yet. We're getting close to support, which is 160.75. I'm still thinking, hey, there's a possibility that everybody's thinking that we're going to go up today, and they just drop it just a little bit today and then bounce and chop it. So that if we do head back down, there's not a ton of room down there. So if you feel that's a play for you, you can watch that down to 160, 150. But ultimately, Facebook above 169 and 170, you have a retest that's possibly coming around 175. If the price action supports that retest, I'll obviously let you guys know. If it doesn't, I won't, and we will probably not trade today. So if you're somebody who is good at delayed gratification, and understanding that every day it's not a feeding trough. The market doesn't supply you with gains every day because you probably have a specific strategy that doesn't work all the time, and that's okay. So knowing when to not trade is ultimately the most important thing that we can do. And I'm going to keep repeating that. I know I'm annoying, but I've got to keep repeating it because that is probably one of the biggest mistakes as a beginner is knowing when and where and how. One thing I will set up for you, take a look at that dynamic trend line. That is the only thing that I see. And guess what? It's got a resistance that has not been hit for the third time. I'm going to count this as one. You did get a fake up there to the upside. So if you're in this channel, expect some retest possibly before going any lower. So, and then, so ultimately, I'm still short on Rivian, everybody. But what I do think is that there's the possibility if we see the bounce back up, that we see a head and shoulders type setup. I know that it's kind of already there. I've had people be like, well, it already looks like it. This almost holds out as the same like head type setup. So shoulder, head, shoulder. If it's set up as of right now, and then right now the neckline is at 25.70. You'll notice, and I do take, and I don't like to even really talk about this moving average because all of a sudden newer traders are like, I need to go put that on my chart, and you don't need to do that. You need to know exactly what it is, why it's used, and how it can be most useful to you. But I use the 500 HMA. And this is a moving average that doesn't hang out a lot, but when it does come around, it means something. And it is well respected. a well respected moving average. And so that is coming up to back up that support. So I am withholding my short judgment on Rivian at the moment. And I also noticed this bad boy. Oops. So it is well within its channel as well. Lower time frame, right? Because what feeds into the 5, feeds into the 15, feeds into the hourly, feeds into the 30. So you're going to have a lower time frame setup, and that's going to allow you to kind of have insight on what could potentially happen. So for Rivian, there is a still 1, 2, nothing. So watch for the gap fill up to 28.40. If you hit that gap fill, I'm probably gonna pull up. So I love red days. Nice. Well, don't love them for too long because they don't love you back. Because at some point you're gonna love the red days so much, and then you're gonna wake up to a broken economy and the shifting of power. Does Tesla go up or down today? Ah, man, those questions. I up or down. I mean, what good does that do you? If it goes up, how much up? You know what I mean? Where does it stop going up? I don't like to answer those questions like that, but I think that most likely we're range bound. So possibly Tesla shooting down to the 635 level, bouncing right back up, retesting and chopping around and causing you guys to burn your premium. And please don't forget, this week is quad witching as well. What were the odds you actually thought my dog could stick his tongues out? I would say I still don't believe that. I still don't. I'm about 40% sure that your dog can do that. I need to see that in real life. Bring your dog over to my house. So all of those things should be important to you if you're trading, if you care about your account. If you guys want to, if you're going to be hanging out with us on TikTok or YouTube, and I end up telling you guys around 10 o'clock or 10:30 that this is not for me, take that as a sign. If you're a day trader like myself and you're looking for a change in trend, that I'm not trying to force a trade into a situation that I don't belong. Can a scalper trade this? 100%. Do I want to be a scalper today? Nope. Nope. So I'm not going to do it. Nor am I going to lead other people into it. What about Nikola in the future? Sir, do you want to fight? No, I'm just kidding. I hate them. I was going to try and make that nicer. They're the worst. I'm sorry. They don't belong on the stock market. Delist them. I'm sorry, man. I can't. I can't even give you a real answer. I mean, that is the real answer. They're doo-doo caca, man. They named their company Nikola after a dude made a company called Tesla. I mean, it's like a pharmaceutical grade Elizabeth Holmes type hot dog water bucket. Sorry. That felt good. I got that off my chest. I think most are. Yeah, again, remember Ford. Ford was amongst 1,800 different companies you could invest in back when they came out in the stock market. And guess what? I don't know any of them except for Ford and like Chrysler and Dodge, right? So out of all of those companies, you probably, there's a lot of people who picked the wrong one. Straight up. So, yeah, of course. All right, so that's the watch list for to me, because English is my first language. That is my watch list for today. Short, I do have one other that I will let you guys know, but it's NVIDIA. NVIDIA is the only thing that's close and near what I would perceive underneath 154. NVIDIA has more than likely got another major leg down to 148, and we talked about that last night. I really like the setup. And then last thing, and I'm not taking this, I just wanted to kind of brag. If you asked me, I don't know who was it who asked me about last week about T-Mobile There you go. I had an alert go off yesterday, and I was like, "Damn!" So that thing is literally at 125. That was that price target that I gave you. And so for now, 121.85. So red everywhere, yes sir. All right, that's it for me, guys. I'm sure Manny will be on. He might not even be trading today. Did he say something? He probably said, "I'm not trading today." Let me go. Let me go. No, he didn't say that. He'll probably be on in a second. Just can't walk to the office yet. Oh, it's pouring rain. That's right. He has an outdoor office. That's so ridiculous, dude. What? Uh, he hardly has any hair. I'm just kidding. It's because he cuts it all off. But all right. How do I set the volume profile like you did? You go to the indicators on the top of your screen. You're gonna go to find technicals, and it will already be there. Volume profile. And you can do fixed range. Ooh, excuse me. You can do fixed range. That's going to basically, you set it on a day and it will stay there no matter where you zoom in and out of. But then visible range, which is what on mine is, I can zoom in to, let's say, the last month of trading or last 3 months of trading and see where the point of control is here, which is 125. Word on the streets, we might get that 0.75. We will see. Gamma is at negative 47 billion. Oh my God. Yeah, we'll get a hold on. I'm gonna tell him to rain X himself. Thank you, thank you. Can I chart BKSY? BKSY. All right, today the watch list is Rivian, Nvidia, and Meta. Also, we're taking profit on Oracle, and I will keep an eye on it. Dude, cover me with an umbrella. I'm not Rihanna. Do I think Lulu will hit 287? I have no idea. I'll go look at it. All right. So first of all, if I give you any analysis on this, I'm gonna be lying. As far as like technicals, anybody who does this shit, right, and they're trying to like stop because that's not real because these companies, there's no trend, and in order to have a dynamic trend line, you have to have a trend. You used to have one, maybe that's one, but this thing is hot dog water. Ultimately, yeah, I'm not doing that either. I would say that that maybe is your only resistance above you. You've got a $3.28 and $3.75 resistance above you. I honestly I can't help you on this chart. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I can't help you with this because there's nothing there to help you with. It has obviously been used to or has had great news, pumped, took people's money, and then dumped. And that has happened multiple times. So I one don't like to chart these things because there's nothing there to chart. Maybe you got a falling wedge, but honestly, like who knows what that if that's real. I don't think it is because that would mean it would drop to negative 55 cents. So I don't have anything for you, man. I know that sucks, but there are certain things that I don't play for certain reasons because I don't see anything. Maybe an hourly falling wedge I see right there, so possibly a retest of 250. But again, I'm not a good. Thanks for the Rivian put spotter. Yeah, no problem. Nope. Nope, I do not day trade any penny stocks ever, except ones that I am aware of the day before or I know something. It has to be a unique situation. Um, Otherwise, no, I do not play penny stocks. I learned very quickly that there wasn't any historical data to base my trades off of. And so, like, if I don't have data, penny stocks to me, I mean, I'd rather do scratch offs because I've actually won more money off scratch offs than I've made on penny stocks. I've played scratch offs in my life, I think like 6 times, and I've won three. Like, and they're all in different states because I don't buy them all at once. Like, I literally like bought some in Texas and like Louisiana, and like I bought one in Oregon. You know, so I don't buy them all the time. I've had a higher success rate. Success. Wow. Pause. Success rate with scratch off tickets. So, but yeah. Well, hello there, Rain Man. Um, dude, everything is transitory, dude. It's fine. 54 billion gamma, dude. What? 54.7. Oh yeah, sorry. Let's make it worse.
Oh yeah, I think we'll get 50 something. Most of that got shut off with Monday's expiration. The issue is that there's a large concentration of like expiration really on Friday with quad witching. It was a lot. I think I said last time it was like 19 something $1 billion, shit like that.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting quad witching guy.
We will get anything.
Will will you explain quad witching for everybody?
Just think of options, future contracts, and everything else that has an expiration date expiring at the same time. So what happens? The big guys, they gotta roll the positions, right? That's what quad witching is. That volatility comes from the rolling or closing of the position.
Tighten. So tighten that up. So Alex, one thing that we can get lost in, dude, and Lulu's got a potential bear flag watch for that to bounce today. Um, Sorry, Mania. I'm trying not to interrupt you. So when I'm charting, okay, I may run things off of Wix like you see here, but watch what happens when I do this, okay? Because ultimately I got to be like fluid with this. So watch what happens when I bring that up close. Do you see what happens? You get more confluence here than you do off of one wick, right? Because one wick can end up being almost like a fake out, right? Where people, what do people always say? If it breaks this, and I'm not talking about scalpers, I'm talking about people who are like day traders and swing traders. If it breaks this level, it's gonna dump forever, you know? And then it breaks this level and it doesn't dump forever. It does the opposite. So that being said, I would say that 150, and if you look at it, that's a confluence, right? So 150 right there, and this dynamic trend line, which holds more respect off of the bodies and wicks here than it does anything else. And I would just factor that in, okay? Because at the end of it, you know, if you break below 150, then that's where you know you can kind of move it more accurately on a lower time frame to kind of see where that dynamic trend line comes in. But personally, that's why I like to have that confluence in the key level and that because you notice that there was almost like kind of like looking at the overall market, Nvidia had a much wider or farther away price target to support than almost like anything else. So it seems a little bit like a normal, but there's something to think of. Yeah, yeah, the most respect. That's where it's at. You know, that's what I try and go for. So, anyway, go ahead, Manny. What do you say? What do you say?
Typing.
Nothing?
Typing.
Oh, you're typing. God, I know English quite well.
Sorry.
What does support mean? It's essentially where buyers step up. Okay, so if you think about it like an auction, say here on Nvidia, right? The price moves down to 185, which is a psychological number, and buyers step up and hold the price there, thus creating a support. There's a deeper definition there. I'm going to let Manny go over whatever he has to go over, and then if I have time, absolutely. I am. If you guys are on the TikTok stream right now, there's almost 500 of you guys. If you guys don't mind working out those thumbs, pause. But yeah, if you guys tap your screens, I would appreciate it. FSR 150 is Nvidia's key level. It's a huge level. You're gonna get banned. You are gonna get banned. You are. You're gonna get banned, and they're gonna fly to your house. I'm gonna teach you options in person, and then I'm gonna figure out some way to make you forget it all. I'm just kidding. Are we taking any plays at the Open? I am not. No, the only play at the Open for me is this one, and that's taking my money. So I'm going to take my money out of Oracle. I told people there is a $73 target that is likely to get hit. I don't care. I'm just going to take my profit. I might leave a runner, but that will probably be out as it goes in the money, which 72.50 is the strike. Excuse me, $72 calls is what we took, and then 72.50 is likely where I would go ahead and take profits up. Have you used TradeStation? Yes, it's good brokerage. Oh my boy Potter. That sounds like the start of like a um an Irish song, like fiddle. AMD, good luck with the depression coming. Damn, dude. I don't want to be depressed. I'm just kidding. Nice. Um,
Good.
on the Oracle play, do you take 1-to-1 or do you take multiples? I take 1-to-1. So that's why the same premium. I might buy more, I might buy 5 or 10 or something like that, depending on what my risk is and what I'm willing to lose. But if there are instances where it's like almost inevitable, right? Supply chain issues. There's no way you're going to get through this, you know? And I think that happened, you know, as we were getting hit with some of these realities going into this earnings season. And those are things where you can possibly take more of a bias. But, and you guys have seen me do that because I've grabbed what we could call hedges rather than straddles against a position to the downside. I think Facebook, we did that. But there are certain stocks and certain things that I'm going to definitively look at as yeah, that one's going down, or this one has a better chance because it's fallen so hard into earnings that it's more than likely going to bounce. And that was my thesis on Oracle as well, is that if anything, this thing has already dumped hellaciously and priced in whatever. Damn, you all right? You need a lung? Do we need to invest in? We invest in a lung stock, dude. Um, but but yeah, so it's case by case, but most of the time, yes, standard. We're gonna just do 1-to-1, especially when we don't know. What are some?
A couple of dailies. There are some daily charts that we have taken out on yearly lows. Like Meta's one of them. Tesla's heading there. Apple actually took out its yearly low.
Yeah, dude. Everything is at near or around their supports or new yearly lows. Oh my God. How what custom tactics should I use on FIFA? Can't help you, dude.
I'll take it. Don't worry. I'll lift the bag.
I've already looked over.
Repeat it though. I gotta repeat it first with everybody. They're gonna prove that you're fucking.
I'm personally, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now again because there's a lot more people on here. I'm most likely not going to be trading with the current setup that we have. It's not for me. This might be better for scalpers, for bounces and rejects. Not even. It,
It's a sketch. This is the last thing the Bulls could possibly have today. The Gappo.
but do you think?
Right?
Let me tell me your thoughts on this. So this is like the little zone, right? The support, there's resistance. Do you think that it jumps? Because this is what I'm thinking. Do you think it moves down immediately and then 635 V shapes? Everybody buys the dip and then they chop the shit out of everybody, and they never. And we, yeah, yeah. I don't see today being. I just don't. Yeah, I've learned my lesson too many times. We've done this too many times. I feel like we should probably be. I don't know. I'm just gonna be patient today. If the market shows me something, but I'm gonna take profit on the Oracle gamble. Tesla is too unpredictable for me.
What do you think is unpredictable?
I was gonna say it's kind of a technical beast sometimes. It is possibly a stock as a new trader that's intimidating for sure because of the moves that it makes. Yeah.
You want to have the big boys, you gotta have the big boy price action.
Does Max Payne seem to be more accurate during quad witching? I don't. Huh?
Not for there.
Uh, I think that it definitely comes into play. But a lot of the times you can actually see some crazy volatile moves. Because people will barefoot unplug you. Oh yeah, straight up.
I thought it was gonna be water in that cup. Because whenever it wasn't,
FIFA equals counterattack, high defense. All right, noted. I'll probably never play that game, but because playing soccer in real life is embarrassing. And I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with Manny. Sorry. Yowzers. Yeah, Yowzer's not on either. I played soccer. I played soccer my whole life. All right, not my whole life, but I played soccer until they realized that my ADHD was too strong and that you can't. I realized that you can't just sit in the goalie ring or the goal and sit down crisscross applesauce and play in the dirt. That doesn't really win games. So I kind of got gently chauffeured off the team. Oh yeah, damn. What is that?
the new COVID strain, like, not get you that sick, but it keeps you coughing for a good 3 weeks after.
No, that's that new strain.
Damn, man.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. Grab water, whatever I need from my desk. Take this time to mark out some key levels for yourselves. And have some sort of a plan. Have some sort of a. I will not trade. This looks good. This don't. Uh, Amazon is at Amazon at 94. Dude, that feels so weird to say, doesn't it? Right now, Amazon would be around $2,000 if the share never
Yeah,
split. It'd still be around like 2,000. So
yeah, my last one was good to buy.
I think the split just is going to make the dump look worse or look less worse, but it's still going to be bad. 2,000 was actually my target on Amazon, but
Holy shit, Fenders, if you really do like a 10 cent to like $600, dude,
yeah,
what is wrong with you, man?
he's great, dude.
So, I like Meta. We can Gary's on a trade day. I like the setup that it has. Um, Possibly for a rejection. I just don't like how everything is above the 5-10 day. I always like for the 5 and 10 day to be, declining recovery resistance. I like it to be the first one to be the 5 and 10. Um, you guys didn't read my analysis tab. I'll read it real quick for you guys. So pretty much we have gamma over negative 45 billion. I think it was like 47. Overall, our exposure is negative. You guys know the deal. More volatility and all of that, which is what we're seeing. 3,700, which I posted in the chart, is basically the largest concentration coming on witching. This is also, keep in mind, this is also the strike that was rolled down last option expiration, which was last month, right? Last month was rolled into the 37 entrance. So that's why we have so much concentration. We don't have any call concentration, if anything, to like the 3,900 level, right? Which, again, if we get, the environment right now is 0.75. If we get 0.50, we're going to probably trigger a market rally, right? So at the end of the day, this is where prices are in. Coming into tomorrow's VIX expiration as well as FOMC, we have the 30 and 35 strikes, which are full of open interest on the cost side. And then we have the 25s, which are pretty much at the money. Those are puts, right? That's where the put concentration is, at around 24, 25. So that will most likely expire. But remember that they don't like for things to expire at the money, right? I'm not saying I'm going to see the VIX go from 33 to 25 tomorrow, but it's not a scenario that technically can't happen. It could happen, right? So keep that in mind leading into tomorrow. You got to play with all of these levels and see how they map out with your pretty much strategy or your sentiment and whatnot.
All right.
So you have 663. You have 663 Johnny from your 38 fib. I like it because we have 660 as our 20-day. So if we impulse, we can just tap that 663, 665, 665 because of the key psychological number. But I think if we really like explode, right, we'll probably tap 670. Even the hourly, that's what the Bollinger is sitting at.
Listen, I wanna show you guys something on TikTok. You guys see this right here? And Claudio, I'm not targeting you today. But you see this? This will not help you. Asking these questions will not help you. I promise it will not. Asking whether we will be green or red today will not help. Just telling you. But if you're asking me what I'm planning on doing today, the plan for today is to react to the market and the key levels that I've set. That's it. Right now, we are well within a small range, and we have a little bit of support underneath us. But we're going into FOMC. We're going to hear Powell talk it tomorrow. And historically, I've seen the same story play out over and over again. And a big jump move at the bell, not big, but like in the range, and then usually they'll reverse it and then chop and then tear you to pieces. So I am going to withhold my judgment because right now I don't. We have hit support, and somebody who I'm a trend trader, okay, day trader, swing trader. I'm looking for a change in trend, and right now the trend that was up to the downside for the short time, or for this short period of time, in my opinion, is done, at least for the next 48 hours, until we hear the man talk. So I don't have any day trades. The only thing that I'm watching today is Meta, which has a better bounce level and better levels for me. Anywhere above 168, we could possibly take next week's contracts, looking at the 175 strike, into this gap. That's it. That's all I got. Rivian, I'm still looking at this one as a potential push up. I don't really look, you can, if you want, small accounts, keep your eyes peeled on it. If Tesla bounces and moves to the upside today, Rivian is inside of a channel. It looks like it might go hit this third channel. But what I want to do with Rivian is take its break. I want to take it as it moves either out of this channel up or down, and preferably down. So
Not bad, at least for the day. Everything is still pointing to a rejection, but it's still, again, I don't like the gap up. I don't like gappers. I like for things to have a trend. Like Garrett says, I may be a scalper, but trends help me find my rejection points easier, right? I can find a rejection point if we gapped up into the range of yesterday. And we are literally at around 50%, right? Because of a gap up of yesterday's range. There's no trade. I cannot find a rejection point. I can only assume that there's an exhaustion point, right? Let's say, but I can't really go like yesterday, like Tesla went to 680, and I felt perfectly comfortable putting in a trade. Right, I'm not gonna feel the same if Tesla goes to 665 right now. Well, right, I don't feel the same. But yesterday, yeah, 680 was the most craziest obvious.
Listen, if you're offended that I'm telling you that whether the market is red or green doesn't help you, that's just the facts. It doesn't. If I tell you it's green, where's it go? If I tell you it's red, where's it go? It could be a small red. It could be 0.50% red. It just doesn't help.
So just wait for it to be a better, I guess, statement.
Amazon.
But I like Meta. Garrett's level, I see that out of 58. I do see that becoming a potential shift level. I have the 20-day EMA at that exact level at 168. So I'm gonna watch to see how Meta reacts. But watch with everything. If we see the Qs ripping, if we see SPY ripping, then Meta is gonna rip. That's not something that I can literally like sleep well at night and say that Facebook trades allowed with this index precisely the Qs. So keep that in mind if you ever trade Facebook. Always watch the Qs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe I'm working on with Tesla. I'm gonna let the open just play out, man. And I think I'll take some scalps real quick, like into lows, right? Into that 644, which is yesterday's lows, right? I look for some trades there, but I'm looking to take it easy, bro. Today is not, yesterday was fun. I guess today is not the day. And it's normal. We have FOMC tomorrow. By the way, I'm getting access a lot by DM on my Instagram. I don't think I'm going to trade FOMC. The why is because there's too much negative environment right now. There's too much, the catalyst is 7.5. So if the Fed decides to do the 7.5, I think the first move might be correct. So tomorrow will be a day, right? That I'm gonna be here. I didn't go to tea time because it's raining, but I'm gonna be here watching the FOMC. But I'm not going to trade the reaction. I'm telling you that guys right now. If you guys do it, you guys know how to do it. But me personally, I don't think I'm gonna trade the reaction. I didn't was size. I didn't look at one. So again, watches. I'm just gonna let the open play out. Let's see if anything looks good.
I'm just gonna, I wish I could have I recorded everything that Manny just said. So my opinion on Apple is it gapped up to 50% of yesterday's range, and therefore it is range bound. And when it breaks that range, I can make an assessment, or as it goes to break that range, I can make an assessment. Apple could very well go and retest 135 and pull right back down. That's not a trade for me. Here's what's going through my mind right now. There are certain days where everybody seems to lose money, right? There are and you know what also happens? They always happen after these type of moves, after the moves that we just saw, guys. Why? I mean, think about it. Where everybody is pumped up, everybody is making money to the downside. Not everybody, but some people are just in pain. But for the most part, a lot of that, they want to, if they're going to be jerking this back up or moving this in any sort of direction, even if it's going to continue down, there has to be some sort of consolidation. So when I tried to kind of summarize this the best I can, but strategies are meant to capture certain anomalies or certain things in the market, certain market conditions. And we all can agree that market conditions change. So therefore, you're not always going to have the trading opportunities that you want. So knowing when to trade is far more important than taking a trade just because. And I think that is delayed gratification, which is everything. It's everything in this. Being able to understand that the stock market contains a great reward, but knowing that if you run after all of it at once, you're going to sink through the floor. It was very metaphorical, sorry. In this market, when you're green, yeah, that's a good way to put it. When in this market, when you're green, be green and wait until you see something. Guys, I don't see right now we're at support with no reaction. All right, no reaction.
The real question is, can you guys walk away, right now, before the bell, walk away and not trade? If no, you have.
Yeah.
If yes, you know what you're doing. What I mean by you have a problem is that you have a emotional attachment to the market.
Yep. And that's
That's
not
it.
you.
It's as simple as that. You have an emotional attachment, and that is the worst thing to have.
It's like an
Even if you're volatile.
yeah, exactly.
Party started.
All right. You guys know the deal, Oracle.
Remember, guys, find out what triggers you. I used to get triggered by red and green candles. You know what I did? I made them blue and black. You see how simple I fixed my problem? Fix it. Don't get triggered. If you find what triggers you and then fix it, that's how you get better at just managing your everyday trade.
So again, taking profit, most likely there's a gap up here at on Oracle to 72.50. That's all I got. So if it shoots up at the bell, profit at the bell. 1 second. We're open. Contracts loading. Loading. All right, come on, brokerage, please. I mean, I guess this is good because I can't see my premium. Give me my money. That was a risky move right there.
Oh, that's a 1 cent.
All right, I got to hit the market sell. My brokerage is not loading at the moment.
Pre-market low for Facebook is 165. I'll slap that shit all the way to 164 if I have it.
God damn. I'm trying to take profit on Oracle. I just got out. There we go. Cool. That's because the spread is absolutely bonkers right now. So if you're able to get out, that's still $50. The ask is right now at $218. The bids is at 172. So that's $50.
I already had up some gap for the guys.
Yeah, the spread's tightening up on the contracts actually better because you're going to be able to sell it a little bit easier. I'm not. It's a gamble. I just canceled. Just canceled my order again, so I'm. Damn. Damn. Nice. Well, I couldn't take profit at the bell, and we're in the money. So that's 185. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take profit. I'm out. I'll sell them at 165. See if they'll fill me there. Oh, look at that! How did I do it? That was weird. All right, nice. Wow, that's crazy. Dropped the bid right down to it.
There's 5 accused losing out.
Fila. That is why Weeble is something you have to move on from. If your whole account won't load, that's not good. All right, the bottom of supply on Oracle is right here, though. Remember that 71.22? And guess what? Look at Meta. Nothing. Desktop obviously is probably going to be. It's connected to the World Wide Web. Yeah, you're going to
I
get
said 650 break on Tesla, and by retest 644, that happens.
restart it. Like close the app, restart it. I'm holding those puts. There's no point in selling them. So we'll see what I don't think that they go. That'd be sick. Yeah, take a deep breath, guys. Let the market show you what it's gonna do. We're just vibing right now. I gotta get a voice changer. Hooked on with that thing. You think if I had auto tune, that would calm everybody down?
That was funny.
How's Amazon? Amazon. I'll tell you how Amazon is. They better hurry up with my packages. I got to leave in a couple of days. Um, I shouldn't be ordering packages this late. That's on me. It looks like it's holding its range, just like everything else. Congrats if you guys got in or still able to get out of Oracle. Don't be greedy, guys. It's still free money, kind of. It's about where I would want it to bounce if it was going to hold. But it is free fall. Damn, I should have shorted it, huh? Whoever asked me, I forgot. Somebody asked me, should I short this at the bell? Yes. I'm just kidding. Obviously, right at the bell, it shot up and filled that gap, almost all of that gap, before moving to the downside. But did you do it? Are you shorting it right now? Dude, that's so dope, dude. People have plans, and they're dude, biggest of high fives right now, man. That's awesome. You had a plan to set up, taking the trade. That's dope, dude. And you brought up to me very super early. That's dope. Yes, the day before FOMC can be notoriously slow. Can I use the Voltager app to buy coins? Oh, dude, I would just forget that you ever asked me that question and restart on somebody else's stream. I have no idea. Sorry. Meta direction. Look how close support is. Where's the risk to? There's no reward there for me. I don't see anything there for me. A little move down. I'm not reacting to candles, just like Manny was saying. I'm not reacting to candles. Like I'm reacting to breaks in range. You know, underneath this 163.60. Okay, well I have a support at 160. We'll take it short there, but until it does, negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. Approaching flyby. Or do I keep typing in FB? I'm stuck in the past.
I'll trade you guys.
Manny's laugh gives you life. That's beautiful.
When I was younger, well, yeah, now I'm 16. Well,
Um,
the jumping everything.
I had somebody find me in a grocery store because of my laugh. I sound like somewhere between like a mixture of a crow and a clown.
I just have to throw it at cloud. My God, guys, there's so much better comparisons. Just
I know I'm not a stranger to my own reality. I know how I laugh.
I'm not a stranger to my own reality.
I've heard videos of myself laughing, dude. Like I've had people be like, "Yeah, I heard you I'm in a grocery store, a large one." And they're like, "Yeah, dude, I heard you laughing." What? Should I just switch all the way over to TD? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can spell your laugh. I can spell your laugh. That's hilarious. I don't know if there's any letters to describe that. I haven't laughed like I'm not I mean, that's not like my full like there's a laugh out there that possibly nobody's ever heard. But I do it in public live. Hey guys, I'm a beginner. Please help. I think you asked me about the coin wallet. Yeah, I would again. I would. I. What's the best way to buy Bitcoin for beginners? Again, I would say same instructions. Just forget all about me, dude. I have no idea. I don't know what the best way to do anything in crypto is. That I seek help in crypto. I asked help for crypto in crypto. Can I chart crypto? Sure, but do I know about the intricacies of it? Absolutely not.
Facebook is building down. Meanwhile, Tesla is just like I think it's kind of
I haven't changed from the hourly time frame on Meta. Yeah, dude. Yeah, good scalp there, but not for me yet. Let me show you this really quick. So this is important for me. You see where we're at right now? So like we're so close to support that this it doesn't it doesn't back up because what's going to happen is because that of the angle right there it's going to it's going to break yesterday's low and then wick right back up. If Rivian was a person, I'd kick it in the shins. Um, I mean, I wouldn't stop you. It's good for collagen growth. I don't know. Yep. And then if they bounce this and then it just stays right here all day, that's pretty much what I would be expecting. So between 166.75 and basically the support of 164 is probably the range. Good patience, everybody. If you haven't taken a trade or if you're taking your money and you're just watching, there's not much else to do anyway. Feels like the stock market's kind of paused right now. As always. Yeah, right. Baba? Yeah, let's take a look at it. Doing the old retest we talked about yesterday. So in times of especially lower volume, but you've fallen from grace. Yeah, no life alert for Baba though. 120. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Did you guys take that 650 shirt with me? That was oh my god, I love this spot.
That scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. You're good. You're good.
Look at that. Look at that screenshot. Just look at that. That was the most perfect, dude. I had it. You know how to do that.
Yeah. Nice. Wow. Yeah, you don't do that a lot. Smashed your boy. I see Baba forming a triangle, possibly. So if you see a rejection here, watch for this to hop right back down and gap fill. Yeah. Well, if right now, if you're struggling, right, because Manny just took a trade, right, but Manny's scalping. If you're able to listen to him and still stay focused, like that's a sign of progress. Meta is at that level. I have it up on my top. All right, let's see what it does. Is it still going?
Yeah,
163, 163. There's nothing there for me still.
God, I love this stock, dude. Why is this stock the best stock to ever day trade? I hate the company, but damn, I love the price action of the stock.
I'm not gonna do
Who's
it.
that name Roku Tesla, dude?
I don't know because you were trading Roku a lot.
Yeah, who's that?
Well, it sounds like you need another dog.
It's Nick's boss. Nick was the one that taught me how to trade Roku.
It's true.
And I never stopped.
I see this one going to 163. If it, I'll let you know if I get in. If you want to get, I mean, I'm not. I don't see it yet, guys. Sorry.
What are you guys' account value? Like seriously, tell me your account values before you say you can't trade Tesla. Okay, no, you can't trade Tesla. That's way too low. Yeah, no. With 1K, no. 5K, yes, I can teach you how with the strikes and scalping. But no, that.
No.
Oh my god, dude, this. Oh god.
163 or 162.88. That's as low as Meta. I'm not taking it. Sorry. Yep, not doing it. I'm not.
Scalping Tesla. I'm going to take profits here. Wow.
I know I'm boring right now.
I thought we were going to go 633. I was just trying to hope for the bid. It's going to go up. Okay.
When will Rivian bounce back up? I'm not sure. If you're in a meta short, I support you. I'm not scalping today. I told you guys that. If you set up your own trade, that's fine. I'm showing you guys right now the channel that I see. I think it goes to 163 and bounces. There you go. That's my projection at the moment. This is a perfect channel. Yeah. This is so yesterday, last night, dude, I still think it's still holding to this, but because the price action supports it, I think that we go red and then stop and then green tomorrow, like green before the meeting, and then I think I don't know how, but like I mean, again, they could just dump the market again because we're at support, but I feel like they're gonna bounce it then. The Wolf of Grape Street.
Dude,
Is it
every bid they're pulling them.
six
They put the
6:30? Yeah, 6:35 right here. Watch it.
wow, the one time I say, you know what, let me just cut it, in profits and not be greedy. Wow, dude, damn, there goes that whole universal trip. Just kidding.
Oh my god. I thought we were gonna have fun.
Uh,
Did you see the bounce?
is the miniature back for Facebook, and also the negative 17 is like 162.32.
I'm not even in. Seed.
635. What?
What does that mean? We all killing me? You just made me sound. You just saved me. You just. That's good. I like your bear picture. Dude, that bounce. Did you see the bounce on Tesla? Right there at 6:35, and then look at Meta. So, hot damn! If you scalpers, bro, today was the day. That man, you could have slapped the dog crap out of that. Baba's gat filling. Yes.
Sure, why?
Yes. So I am looking for I'm looking to do what we did to Facebook over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, again, and that's not going to happen in this trade today. I want to see how it sets up. All right. So I'm respecting my strategy. How did you know 163? Magic. Mark Zuckerberg's avatar comes to me. No. So I already, anytime I see this, so if you're looking at my chart, Hunt, starting from the high, you see a well-respected downtrend. Okay. Always there's a support that establishes a channel. So there's something there. I've learned that, time after time after time, that there's something there. So a lot of the times it just comes down to simple math. You can take that and go bring it down to your lows. And if you notice, obviously, same thing. So that channel, and then right when I dropped that channel, I just figured out that 163 was level. But I figured that out by seeing a confluence with the 500 HMA as well. So that established my channel. You're in a trap?
I think it's a trap. Look, it's fine. It's fine, Q.
Oh, look at look. What did we Oh man, dude. That's what did we say this morning, man?
Dude, all I can tell you is that, oh my, okay, so let me say something real quick. Why did I say that the last thing the Bulls needed was a gap up? If the Bulls had a gap up, the Bulls were going to assume that they were going to buy into the gap fill. Here's the thing, the gap fills got pushed, right? So if when you're a trader and you're taking that gap fill, automatically when asked what is your stop loss, your stops are yesterday's lows. Why? Because that's basically the level where if that breaks, you're gonna push the new lows. Every stock pushed the new daily low. So everybody got basically trapped. Now they break it up.
Oh
The Bulls think, here we go again. And they'll probably slam it down into pre-market lows. God, these market makers are so nasty.
Bruh. We saw their shit though. Oh my god.
Those are nasty, bro.
Look at that, dude. You know what's more exciting? 'Cause I'm not making a dime right now. Is just seeing the shit happen, right? And knowing that like the plan that you came up with and waiting and what that's dope. That's like doing a kickflip. All right, so underneath or through this channel, you could possibly take a. For me, I'm going to keep it light because again, I'm not taking it yet. I'm just pulling it up. Oh, God, it's not Facebook. It's Meta.
And it's like I brought up into what do you call it? Yesterday's lows. If you guys see that, everybody sees that. Zoom out on your 5 a little bit. You saw Tesla got propped up against the lows. Exactly what I meant, right? Any emotional trader right there. Oh my! Speaking of emotional,
Emotional. Do you have that down?
well,
Do you? Oh, I thought you had that on your soundboard. Emotional damage. That should be your if you sell for like a loss. Dude, I came up with the dopest. I'm gonna tell you because I have to tell somebody, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna DM it to you because it's yeah. Tell me that's not a good idea. The red ones to keep you warm,
yeah. Oh,
but you can look at the green ones to dream. Tell me it's not a good idea. Oh my God! And look at Meta just sitting on that support. Italian hand thing right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a small little short squeeze.
Okay.
Sorry, let me take it back. Not a short squeeze, more like a covering prior to FOMC.
All right. Hey guys, I sorry guys, I'm taking just I'm going light. Okay, so I'm buying like I'm gonna do two contracts of the 160s right here, right now. For this week. I'm not even going next week. That's it. I'm in. 375. Oh, I only got a partial fill. Shit. So the one thing that I'm gonna immediately cut with is if they yank this candle back up onto support. If they do that, I'm out immediately.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that's it. I took the break, and if I'm wrong, and I'm gonna be out because I'm not. Or yeah, nope,
You guys think Tesla, right? You saw how Tesla got propped up into that
nope.
projection, right? There's still technical sellers sitting around the tape, right? That's why they brought it into that and they took it down. They were able to capitalize easily a couple points. That's enough, right? That's enough for them. If they can push that low, they're gonna push into that 633 and then possibly that daily support at 623.
Yeah, the 5 minute candles on Meta. Look how small those are. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So guys, I'm not joking. Just as quickly as I just got in, I'm gonna go ahead and get out. Fingers on the trigger right now. Small loss, but fingers on the trigger right now. I want this candle to close underneath this support. If it does, I'm good to go. And I think we'll drop down. Honestly, think we could hit to 161, but if we hold or this candle closes back up on support, I'm done and I probably won't trade. Just because I'll take that as a verification of my synopsis this morning, which was that we're likely going to stay in range. So based on this 5 minute candle, I'm right, and I'm probably going to have to cut. So I'm already giving you a warning right now that I'm probably going to go ahead and cut. There it is.
That trade was fucking sick.
Yeah, he did it better than I did. So I'm out right there. If it goes any lower, oh well. That's it. I'm not going to take a big loss on that one. I just took 60 bucks. I just lost $60. I guess AO can't get anything from Universal Store. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, sorry, dude. No. Good.
Sorry,
Good fight, though.
bring the bread up. If not, we're both gonna have to pay $30 for it.
Guys, it's easy to do that, guys. It's easy for me to cut. Like, if it doesn't do what I want it to do, then I just get out and I wait for it to do what I want to do. And now I know that the analysis that we talked about this morning is probably going to stick. We're probably going to see some range-bound trading, which, of course, if this candle closes and we reverse back up, that's going to be true. And then we're going to see what? It's about 10 o'clock, 10:30. There will be probably no new lows and no new highs if we do bounce. And then that'll be an extra stamp on I'm going to go ahead and take off. Thomas, that meme. Yeah, you can't get emotional damage if you just do what you if you robotically do what you said you were going to do. So I just did exactly what I said I was going to do. Can't lose money if you don't trade. That's facts. You know what? It's gonna be a few countries are preparing for. Yeah, yeah. I try not to I try not to do that kind of stuff to myself because you could think about all the terrible things in the world. I'm aware of them, and I try and just leave it at that.
And
The market is a forward thinking, most of the time optimist. Just go look at COVID.
everybody's coming Tesla. At 6.4, we get our close, we're gonna probably start building up and reverse this whole day.
Yeah, well, if it does happen, but we'll know. So the volume profile, go to indicators right there. If you took the bounce on Facebook, I mean, shit, look at that. That's okay. Damn. So indicators, right? Technicals, volume profile, visible or fixed range. You choose. It's up to you. All right, guys. So right now we've got a sweet little channel here on Meta. I'm going to set alerts on the resistance of it and the support. And this is a great time to be zooming out, right? Can you trade this? Does this bounce up here tell you really anything? Nothing until these candles close and until we see a break in this trend. So it's actually really nice that we have it almost in containment, right? So we know exactly where it's at. And then going to the hourly, right? We also know that we're at this channel. And I'm going to full screen here because I'm not watching Tesla anymore. That's Manny's stuff. So the hourly candle, you guys look at this hourly candle. I just set alerts on that, but look at this hourly candle. Where is it closing? Look, always going to get the best average. So yeah, not trading is a trade. Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to word that. Not losing money before making money. If you enter a trade without a stop loss or an invalidation level, it's already a bad trade. And dude, that's beautifully worded. Love it. Thank you, man. Um, so if you're patient and you're practicing delayed gratification, you can now set the perimeters that need to be broken for your stock. I'm speaking obviously tech based because I'm not looking at anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and set these trends again that are well respected. Boom.
Are you live? Like live anywhere else?
Well, I'm live everywhere. I'm alive.
Well, I say they're gonna bring out this. But I want to talk about you guys. Just a couple of things that have pretty much the whole end course of this whole bullshit happening.
Yeah, if you're rocking with Rolly, dude, you guys know the deal.
Again, Rod Stringer? Dude. God damn, you go straight Tesla better than
Dude, hell yeah, man. I love this shit. You guys are on crushing Tesla. Dude, you're the Tesla master, man. You really are. You know what, Manny? Do you want to get matching Tesla tattoos in Orlando?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, there it is. I was hoping you were gonna say no. That's okay. Oh, so you're saying yes to the oh damn. I got down $1,800 and finished up 2,600. Oh my God, Pedro.
Do you really want to do this?
Oh God. I feel like a Tesla tattoo at this point, but then do I get a tattoo of like Mark Zuckerberg's sad face?
Yeah.
And then put a glass of water behind him? Oh God. I was finally I'm think awesome, Jason. Make sure to go. If you're in the Discord, make sure to be talking in the live trading chat, man. I'm staring right now. You've seen my body. Oh God, that little dude. Where did people get that picture of me? No, not that one, dude. Not that face. That's a different one. That's so creepy.
You have to take that picture of the gap account. That's why it's called gap though.
Oh, that's a screenshot of me from a video.
This is why you gotta have levels to shift your trend. This is disgusting. I'm pretty sure one of my duties said that.
Yeah, if you're playing the bounce, that's Gucci. The next level right now. Yeah, they could be brothers. Yeah, but the Barstool guy definitely looks like he would like beat up Mark Zuckerberg.
Barstool guys, like he did too much coke in his time.
Yeah. So you're waiting for a potential rejection or break of that trend line. Yep. So I mean, yeah, basically, this is exactly what I'm waiting for. So if you break out of it, even again, my levels today around 167.50 is where like that's where I can start thinking long, right? I can start taking possible contracts that expire just like we took those 185s that expire in July. We can take or in late June. We can take contracts that expire in July, looking for a simple retest of the 175 area. Have I ever thought about growing my hair out? I am growing my hair out right now, just because Manny tells me to get it cut all the time. So I figured I'd grow it out as long as possible. Starting to see what you see on other stocks. That's awesome, man. That's dope. Hey, what's up, Luz, the human? Markets crap. Markets are rigged to go up long term. Well, if you know that, then you know that eventually it's probably going to go up. At least one last time. No, just kidding. So on a technical level, I mean, we're looking good, but again, this isn't enough to take a trend trade on. We need to see the probability needs to pick up. Look at that 9-day moving average on the hourly. Look at 167.75. Do you see that? And if I leave, and I'm going to leave the stream up. Guys, I'm actually probably it's 10 o'clock right now. Um, yeah, I don't see this. I'm gonna go ahead and set some alerts here, but I'm probably gonna take an early break and then come back maybe later, like towards around like 1 or 2, and see if we have any movement. But I'm gonna set these levels here because these are the only levels that I see uh, a trade at. And then look at the point of control right there at 167.80. So that is Trading View, and that's all people love me for. No, just kidding. That's the heat map. Everybody loves this thing. I will tweet it out on my Twitter. Can you look? Yeah, if you guys want me to take a look at some stocks for you really quickly before I take off, absolutely. We can take a look at whatever you want. So UAL. Yeah, I've been getting the Anakin Skywalker comparison for pretty much most of my adult life, yeah. When I wore different colored glasses and my hair was split just slightly towards the middle of my head, immediately Brendan Fraser, you know, immediately. And that guy has always been kind of like a dork, so I was like, thanks. Uh, so UAL at the moment, let's start on the daily. I haven't looked at this thing in a while. Okay, so you're sitting on top of the support. You've gone for half of the gap fill. Those of you who are new, if you have a daily gap such as this one and you're looking to trade it, I usually always target 50% of the gap. This is a good example as to why. So I think what you have right now with UAL is actually kind of straightforward. So this is the top. That's 37.88. If you can make it back up there, it looks like you have a retest of the 38.75. That's the 50% mark of this actual candle. And that's normally, if you have a large candle of any kind and you lose 50% of it, that's a sign of a reversal. So that being said, anywhere above that 38.90 and into the $39 level, I would suspect that since you did not get a retest at all of this level, that you're more than likely going to see that happen soon. So let's go look a little bit farther out. Amazon up or down? I'm gonna ban those words. It's gonna twerk. Watch for it to twerk today. Um, I don't know. I'll go. That's a good name for. You know what? We can change history right now and change chopping in the market to twerking. Looks like if this is where you bounce, which I think that you can, you actually may have found support, which might have you moving back up into that $44 level long. Um, is it me or are these candles like watching ping pong? Yeah, it's why I just try not to watch at all. Yeah, it gets actually it is mentally exhausting. Chess players burn like 5,000 calories. Like it's actually you're actually expending energy. You know, the things that you think aren't free. That sounded kind of bad, but you get what I'm saying. Like it takes your energy, you know. So why are you trading with so many MME? I'm not really sure what you were saying right there, but for UAL, watch for a little bit of that consolidation. Sorry, I kind of moved over really quickly, but looking at this setup, it looks like a falling wedge onto support. So again, above that $38 level, you could start to look for reversal type trades into that 50% mark. Damn, I just took this. Good thing you saved us. We almost fell. Oh, you guys saw that. Yeah, you were sliding. I caught you. That's what I'm here for. All right. So, what else do we want to take a look at? I'm done with Liotto. Hey, Talon, I support your. I don't understand it. Remember, I think I told you I was like, this thing is like it wants 3250 so bad, and it just doesn't. That is a massive divergence, which I mean maybe don't give up on it quite yet, you know, because if it does hit resistance, which I'll double check on it for you just to make sure. Okay, so you're actually pretty close. Yeah, you're pretty close to that resistance. So if you do hit 3250, I mean, what the hell is keeping Lee Auto up against the market? So the harder they go up, I'm not saying it will, but it's got a ton of consolidation up against resistance. I would be looking for signs of a pullback. Actually, I might actually, I might actually hop in. Tag me in. Hold on, let's refresh this. I actually kind of like this. Because this is one of those. It's one that you have to buy and you can't trade every day. You have to swing it because it's garbage. It's garbage price action every day, up or down. Close today underneath or around $31. 30, yeah, underneath $31, and actually might end up being a good short trade. Swing down, but I would wait for the confirmation on that. But I'm gonna set an alert on that. Can we get an Ellie prediction for the rest of the day? Ellie's at the pool right now. She's vibing. She's not watching this action, but she'd probably she'd probably say chop. No, I'm just kidding. Um, she'd probably say down. That seems to be her favorite. Bluebird Bio. Okay. Well, you just went for a massive gap fill. This is a biotech company, I'm sure. Um, so low liquidity, low volume, whatever just caused them to gap up. So I don't know what that news is, and that's important to your analysis because you need to factor in how that affects the price action. But anywhere below that gap fill, you've got a 200-day moving average here. It's 350, 358. And then directly below that, you have the top of, I guess you could call that, it's really weak, but it's the top of demand. So that would be 345, and underneath there, I would suspect that you're likely going to go lower. Normally on these are liquidity hunts, in my opinion. Again, I don't know anything about the stock, but if they're going to drive it lower, they're going to want to get a really good average. And if you notice, before they drive anything lower, they always get a really good average. Okay, it gapped up. Okay, something made it go up, and then it just dumped harder than ever. That's earnings. So, look, the last high. So I don't know what this is at all, but it looks like they might end up sending it back down. But understanding the fundamentals on this or even the quantitative data, is probably more important than whatever the technicals have to say. I will say that this is setting up. I could see it from the hourly, but could be setting up for a little wedge. Okay. Wedges are known to extend themselves. By extensions, we create channels. Anytime you see a wedge fail, watch for it to turn into a channel, always. And so that would bring you down to 365, which is the level I was just talking about, and then ultimately 335, which is right above that demand. So Ellie is at the pool, and we are watching this chop. I know who the smart one is. Yeah, that's why she's able to make those type of predictions. She's smarter than me. I mean, the day before one of my biggest losses in the stock market. Um, Oh my god. Hunter, go away. Go away, dude. You're wild, bro. How did you pull, like, where did that come from? Oh my god. Nowhere. Don't worry about it. That's his background on his phone. Um, all right, let's look. Yeah, Potter does not do crypto. Damn it, you just made me refer to myself in third person. It's over with. Um, Liver King out. So let's see. 4 hour. I feel like I charted this one recently. God, dog, dude, this thing used to be up there. Oh, it faked out. Oh my God, this thing might go even lower. So you're on support. Asana is slap unless you either triple bottom here or you're about to trip out. Look at that. 17, basically $18 is where you're hovering. The mark of recovery happens around 2030. That means you need to get up above it and with some energy. And then resistance would come right here at 2418. I'm actually going to drag this median up just a little bit. It's going to be right there at 2085. So Asana is giving you some pretty sweet levels. So if you leave this range, I would suspect, and a lot of the times, you can either, this one, is this going to all-time lows? Oh yeah, so it's new lows. So a lot of the times I will do price like measurement to predict potential future price action. So I'll go look at like the last range breaks and see if there's something that coincides. So range break there, range break there. So I'll kind of go and I'm not doing this, like I'm not sitting down and actually doing this, but like what I'll go do is go look at like the average that we see the stock drop from its range break. And if I see some type of consistency with that, then I can make an assessment. But from here, if it does continue lower, I would say you're going to go straight to your next whole or psychological number, which is $15. So hopefully that helps. If you guys are on TikTok, and you guys will do me one favor, just please tap the screen. It does help a lot. Meta and AMD have triggered. Are you in calls? Top? What are you in? Let me go check. Okay, I see him. Oh, Top Stuff, I was just about to repost those for you. That's awesome. You did it already. Nice. Okay, I see him right there. Word. Well, what about sit? That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Thank you guys, and those of you guys who are exercising patience, or if you don't, because that's what's important here, is that you understand what you're getting into, and that's what we want to happen. Is we want you to see what we see, and then be able to make that work for yourself. That's called building a plan. So if you don't see anything, make sure that you take the time to try and go see what is, being signaled or see what's being called. Um, you know, but for me, I'm still gonna go ahead and keep my toes out of the water. Lee Auto can't seem to hold $31.19 enough. What would be a support break to break if it doesn't reach 32.50? Okay, let's take a look. So here's let me because this I may have done more harm than good. Let me explain something really quickly. So this downtrend, right? You can pull that to the body, okay? And that does matter. I just explained that with NVIDIA and Facebook that you need to look for the most respect, and there's not much up here, right? It's just one solid rejection at 37. So going off of the wick, right, is where you can more or less go down to the lower time frame. Okay, the 4 hours not really showing much, and go to the 2 hour time frame. It's not showing me much there either. But as you start to kind of go down, what you'll notice as there's more data to kind of give you an idea of where that or how that rejection happened. So you can clean up your chart on the higher time frame. And there we can see that the body closes and the wick closes at $37. So that's far more accurate than just the wild wick up, which could be obviously somebody letting retail drive the price up and then shorting it down to get that good average. So we chart on the daily, we clean on the 4 hour, and we snipe on the hourly. So like if you're trying to make sure these things are accurate, that's kind of what you have to do is go through like a step-by-step process. So if you look now that I've adjusted it, take a look at Lee Auto. So I would say that this could be, you know what? I'll do it with you. So there's traders who see something and then they do something and they set up a plan, right? Or and then there's traders who wait for the thing to happen and then catch the last little bit of it. So I'm going to take a look at there may not be a trade here for me. I can already tell you there's low volume, so there's probably going to be a spread. And I'm going to keep the expiration long, and this is going to be light because I'm not taking a full size position into something right now. I'm doing this more for exercise and example. But I like already July 1st. That's a relatively clean spread. Oof, volume is super low on those. I'm gonna have to dig through the options really quickly in order to find something that's gonna be profitable. Okay, so now I'm gonna try and not try. I'm going to find a price target. So where I would want to take Lee Auto to the downside, because that's going to be important when selecting a strike price. So the gap closes. So we like to target gaps. Why? Because sellers like gaps. So there's a play, right? There's a long play entry potentially now with legging in speculatively, right? Um, Underneath 3035, where we saw all of these rejections, that's a gap filled trade with a shorter expiration, right? So that's where you juice up the trade to the downside. And no, I'm not worried about what it's doing right now because what happens between here and there is irrelevant to me. But then we've got that 2920, and that's when this changes and things do start to solidify as a downside target. So I really do like the July 15th $30 strike, but I know that that's probably going to be a little bit pricey for everybody, especially speaking to more or less smaller accounts. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm using good expiration, and I'm going to be targeting the bottom of this gap. And with that, I see a contract here. It looks better than I like it. It's July 15th, $75 strike. You're going to have to flirt around with the spread. It's a little bit wide. But the cool thing about that is if it does move around there, the volume will pick up on those contracts. The spread will tighten up, and you should be able to get out of there with a little bit of money. But this is $75, $76 at the bid, $82 at the ask. You might get the limit of 80. We'll go ahead and try here in a second. And so I would say that this is a good time you can leg in and you can set up these levels for entry. I'll give you this chart so that way you have it for yourself. Let's see here. But support would be right around this confluence with the 200-day moving average. That'd be 25.72. So ultimately, we could take Lee Auto just there, but then we got to zoom out because we don't want to be blind. There's definitely support right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hot diggity damn. So a leap out to $21. Oh shit. Hold on a second. This is live research, sorry. $21. Support. I'm writing this stuff down, so. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat right now. Yeah, so again, we're going to learn from this trade. We've had a couple of these where we've gotten some really good learning experiences as we're trading, and that's dope. So I want to try and use something that is lower volume, okay? It's not going to be the Lambo trade, but this could be a good place to step up and take this trade. Especially, yes, divergences are good, but a lot of the times things need to be reshuffled. And in my opinion, if there's zero reason that Lee Auto should be up and holding it where most EVs are waning, and this does show at the moment. And so again, we're going to have to set up a plan if things don't go our way, which is why this is going to be a scale in trade. So one at a time or two at a time, depending on your risk. So right now, there is no trigger. Okay, there is no trigger. The trigger for Lee Auto is our today's low. That's 30.85. You can take the trade now, and set a stop loss for above the second wick, right? Because if you fail, right, this is a form of setting a stop loss without actually having to put the full size in. You see 31.67. If that breaks, then more or less Lee Auto will be making a higher high and be moving up to the upside, and we would be wrong. But when we were wrong, we want to make sure that we're wrong the right way. So setting a stop loss right there seems solid to me. And so with that, I'm probably going to go ahead and start my position on Lee Auto. $25 put. Premiums are at 76 and 82. Again, still holding. Again, I'm not reading the chat right now, guys, so I apologize. I'm just trying to focus right now on this. And trigger for the next one, because I do believe that we could see a opportunity to take a leap on Lee. I could be wrong, guys. I can be wrong, and this could be the wrong time to be doing this, but I see weakness here and a unsolicited divergence. So, and damn, that's a lot. Okay, somebody else sees what I see too. I see you sitting on the July puts. Yeah, they got those jacked up. Look at the $31 strike thing is busting. All right, so I'm gonna probably look at late July. Good morning, what's up? Rat in my house has me practicing patience right now. I can't even trade. Damn. Damn, somebody taught me a trick about that. There's like something that's like irresistible to them. It's like easy to catch them. I don't know. Get a BB gun. Get a Red Ryder. Or befriend it. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Sorry. So I'm looking at July 29th. And the only thing that I do not like right now is the spreads. The spreads are poopy. But I do not mind the... there is incredibly low volume on that. I might have to update you on that trade or on that contract as it moves that way. So here's what you can do, because we have a clear little pattern right now on Lee Auto. You can wait. You don't have to take it right now. Sorry. So watch that. If we break up to the highs and make a new high, then obviously this trade is out of bounds and we can wait for the day to be done. But the triggers still remain. So if you close back in this range, I would still be short. So, yep, 715, $25 strike. I grabbed one, okay? So what am I going to do right now? I'm not going to be staring at this trade, right? Because there's no reason to. I've got a great expiration. I've got what could potentially be a great average. I know exactly where I'm going to cut. There is no emotions involved. This is now a robotic process. I set it up step by step. I know if we break down here that there's room to add, and I can look at potential more liquid contracts out there in July. At the moment, I don't see them, so I'm going to wait just a little bit, and I'll trigger. If those trigger, then I'll go ahead and I'll signal those. You can pick your own strike or come up with your own plan. You could look at this right now and trade it 100 different ways. And so that's entirely up to you. These levels are perfectly acceptable for gap trade to the downside using weeklies. So what's the best way to learn TA? Start doing TA. That sounds like a smart ass remark, but start trying. Our brains are built for pattern recognition, literally. And if you start going and looking, and obviously you need to know what you're looking for. If you start looking for those patterns, right, and you identify those patterns, either as they're forming, You set up a plan. You do not have to trade it. I can tell you that a lot of the times this morning, I called the bounce on Facebook. Did I make any money on that? No. But my analysis was correct. So it was just cool. And I still got that reward center in my brain firing, right? Giving me essentially helping with that retention of pattern recognition or those patterns. So that in my opinion is the only way is to immerse yourself in the thing that you want to learn. So start charting, maybe start on the daily and the monthly. Learn key levels on the monthly and the weekly. Those are going to consolidate those key levels into something that's easy to identify. You'll see them across the board, and then go from there. So what do we got? Lee Auto calls, $30 calls, $30 calls, $30 calls, and then 30, 50 puts. There's not a ton of volume, but you know what? It's running up. I feel like this is somebody like even. I mean, let me go look something up really quickly. Oops. Do you guys see any news on why this stock should be going up? Oh, I don't like that. Tuesday, $42 calls at the ask. Okay, so what do we do right now? We just saw $42 calls at the ask for June 20th, and that happened on Tuesday. What does that mean for us? So for me, when I see something like that, I want to go figure out what the hell were they looking at? Why did they take that? Can I see something on the chart that backs that up? And I'll try and go figure it out from there. So for me, my dynamic setup does not back up that strike. Can that person who took a heavy position on last Tuesday already have taken profit? Yes, 100%. What date was that? That was June 7th. That was there. So that individual could already have taken profit. It is pretty still far out of the money. And then as far as major resistance zones, right? So again, I do not and have, you guys have seen it if you've been with us for a while. You guys have literally seen me trade against huge flow, the direct opposite of huge flow. I do not count, I do not factor that in. And in fact, I have a strong reason to believe that flow is used to oftentimes, I mean, how easy is it to grab contracts and then dump them immediately? You know, I do believe that contracts can be used to manipulate people, and therefore should be used with caution. Roblox calls, you know, at the time that we took Roblox short, were bumping. They were trending, and guess what? We took the opposite of what everybody else took, and we made bank. So can't do it. Yeah, and that's another good point. You know, flows can be hedges against other positions. Um, who there's no telling. Okay, so if I'm wrong, okay, I'm wrong on this. One, two, three. All right, one, two, three. That usually is our break. 100% that could be a factor here, but I'd be willing to bet, based on the price action, even leading up to this resistance, that if we do not see a definitive break here today, whatever happens is a fake out, and we will fall. I again, I don't buy the option flow as like a reason why I should not continue. And if you are holding this contract, again, it's light. There's no reason to panic. You shouldn't be. And if this 3 minute pattern moves up to 3187, and we close a hourly candle above that resistance, that would be okay. And then ultimately the daily closing above that resistance. But again, I don't see a breakout on an EV stock based in China right now. I apologize. What's up, Atlas?
What's up, bro?
Just watching.
This, this market down even more potentially.
Yeah, I feel like with FOMC and quad witching, man, everything right now is to be. I'm trying not to put too much stock in it, pun intended. I'm waiting. And it looks like the market is also. We've got Facebook at a daily, daily support, chopping around like crazy. Uh, Apple, Spy, everything like that. So yeah, and we're still range bound, which is really interesting to me. Yeah, take a look at that, guys. Look at that Spy support, still sitting right on top of that. So yeah, if I mean we can, and the thing is I don't know what Pal's going to say that's going to bring us back up, in some regards. Like what can he do? That's like what's running through my mind at the moment. So I mean, like, the fact of the matter is just because we're at support doesn't mean we bounce or anything. But I'm waiting.
Me out says 0.5 is what you guys are getting. We're gonna probably have like a $5 to $10 move on the S&P up.
Hey, full trading. I would never come in. Dude, if this is what you have to do in order to gain an audience, then what you're doing is not that valuable. You have to come into somebody else's space where they're giving somebody value and try and deter people from that, which, maybe it's true, maybe you're great, but you should. That's just not a cool thing to do, bro. So, I'm gonna block it. Have a good day. I like your logo though.
Get rid of blue,
I was like, pregnant. Oh, it's cool.
send the gulag.
He's in the good love. Goodbye. Oh, I'm relaxed. I don't know how much more relaxed I could be. Um,
It's pretty honest.
so, yeah, for sure. F F
0.5.
FOMC is tomorrow, so I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
0.5 for sure. If we hit 0.75, then we see it like jumping around. All raise maybe going to 370. Even there are some analysts. I don't know who the hell is saying this, but there are some analysts that are saying, "Oh, if we get a 1% hike, it's bullish." I don't know how who they're trying to sell this like holy water to, because I'm not buying it, because that doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
Yeah,
Like, what is raising interest rates up to a 1% make the market bullish?
I can see that too. Fed, Fed remains committed to using tools as long as it takes. I love it. I should put that right on Spy.
Oh my god.
There's support right there.
Yeah.
Hold on. I just that's a meme right there. All right, so Lee Auto just crossed that small upper trend line. Hold on one second. All right, so it's right there. So Lee Auto is right there, and it is breaking. So again, can we be wrong? Yes, but I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna take a little 5 minute, 3 minute candle here. So I own a small business. This business is hopping. Nice. So it does make sense. Because 75 might, I mean, yeah, things, I mean, look how we've dumped. I mean, a lot of things could already be priced in for sure. Yeah, I'm not taking, guys, I'm waiting for like an hourly close. Like an hourly candle close would be enough for me, or like a 15-minute candle close. But um, anytime you're up against a daily support, you're gonna get that wiki action, because if you're gonna get the best average, if you're going to short the stock there, then that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for a breakout, you want to see a definitive candle push, right? You need buyers to push and then set up support using that previous breakout level. That's not what we're seeing at the moment. We're just seeing push back every time we get near it. In fact, we just saw it again. So I'm going to remain diligent. Hello from Jamaica. What's up?
That's gonna be crazy.
Oh, God. I don't know that guy. No, just kidding. No, you're good. That's just what like that was a dad joke. That was pure. You're ready for fatherhood.
No,
I
yeah,
I'm gonna make this meme really quick.
Nvidia's pumping for some reason.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened. He was doing. Uh, Q's really moving on Nvidia hard. Let's see if it's just semiconductors. Check AMD. Oh, AMD's moving as well. Let's check out TSM. TSM's kind of moving.
I mean, they're all at support, and I don't have Nvidia until it is over 160, but yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's where I have it line for Nvidia 160.
Oh, dude.
Dude, TSM had a nice gap up and it held the gap. You know how like everything kind of filled their gap? TSM held its gap really well.
Hmm. Yeah, this is what I have on Nvidia. I don't see anything it's there yet. It could break up. We could actually see a breakup, but take a look at that. But y'all, it's 10:30 and we have not made any new lows. We have not made any new highs, and that is my sign. I'm going to continue to hold Li Auto. It did pop up past that. The contract's lost nothing. I'm going to hold it. If you guys want to cut it, it's fine. If it does close a 15-minute candle above this high, and I'm going to leave this chart up for you, then I'll cut it. But if yeah, I'm gonna continue to watch and monitor. So, no, Lee has held, which like one could say this is bullish, but it seems like that whether it's just inventory or they're about to take profit, like they pushed Lee up hard against everything else. Everything else fell, and Lee Auto held up, and I only saw Lee Auto because of one of our members was trading it and was trading EVs in general and wasn't moving with us. We were trading things down.
So TSM.
Oh, the
They're
rising
going to
wedge.
stay
Yeah.
similar from a gap perspective.
So
Yeah.
this appears to be the way that it's building up right now, and depends on if we make a new high because this is a pattern in construction. But this is the potential setup for a little mini rising wedge. So again, we're live interpretation here. So
No, for sure.
yeah, for sure. Dude, look at Tesla. Guys, the range bound analysis. So much money was probably saved from getting wrecked this morning.
The house is she wanted to
Oh, nice call on Tesla that you might see. Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let things continue to consolidate. I'm going to save myself some brain power. You guys have a good afternoon. I'll try and if I see anything, I'm going to hop back on. But again, knowing when not to trade is awesome. Rivian, everything is still in play. I'm now seeing weakness. Anytime you head up towards the break of something and you immediately reject, that's probably not a good sign. But anyway, continue to be diligent. But I'm going to go ahead and head out, guys, and practice what I preach. So.
finance to bounce here. Anybody's in downside. But if it does not bounce here, next level is 372.92. We break 372.92, we could be going for 371 today.
All right. Oh,
Yeah,
spy.
enough room.
Yeah, I'm hopping off now. All right, guys. Peace. Stream is still up. Yes. Do you guys want meta? What do you guys want? Spy? What do you guys want on the stream? Do you want the spy chart? Oh God. You can have me. Oh my God. There's no way, dude. I mean, we can go lower. The Qs have lower to go. They had another leg down to go.
What's your next level on the cues? Let's see what I got on the chart. Okay.
Dude, you don't want to know.
I got 216 and 17 are going to enter support.
60. You said 269.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 269.45. Which is so what that tells me is 270. You get psychological breaks. People are gonna be like, oh, under 270, and then it's gonna wick right back up. But yeah. So that's probably where you're heading right now. And then SPY is moving right. So you actually might see another hefty dump, fade down today. It might be a fade down, and that's probably the
SPY is about to touch. Yeah, my little bounce there, but let's see what it does.
Here, take a look at this before anything. So take a look at SPY on the 5. Yeah, I would wait. It would need to. It can break out of that. Look how many times it's hit resistance. That's the sign of a pattern failing. But that is also still consolidation at its finest. So look at the and then the high volume pumps right there. I mean, people could be starting to grab. I mean, you could honestly see a lot of people starting to. This is like where they're buying the dip, and that I think that anytime I can hear you just chopped up a little bit, but as you move down the like choppier, like when you start to see wedges and stuff like that, that's always a sign of like bigger buys. And look at the volume. Look at the volume. Look. Yeah. Yeah, so I still hold. We could fade down and then see that springboard to the upside. And granted, these things can extend, and we can become so SPY could dump even down to 369, like we were talking about, and then just rip to the upside. But I'm gonna leave this 5-minute setup here. I'm gonna leave Lee Auto up. I smell a reversal. I do too, but I just want to. I don't want to go through the excruciating process of sitting and watching every single 5-minute candle right now. I'd rather just set my alerts now and then play it when it breaks. I mean, honestly, it does look pretty springy right now, but can't see SPY. Well, I'm not leaving my phone here. This is for the people in the Discord, so I'm leaving it up for them. Because then,
leave your phone, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I do have 2 phones, one for the stocks and one for the trap. What? No. Plunge protection? Oh my God. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you in a little bit. Peace.